Okay, fractional powers. Now whenever you've got something to the power half, so if I got a to the power half, that just means the square root. Okay, it's kind of the opposite of squaring, because of course when you square something, you times it by itself, and for instance a squared, you can see you write it as power 2, yeah? So square root of a can be written as a to the power half, right? It's kind of opposite of squaring there. You can see the numbers there, they are sort of opposite sort of ideas there. And the same with a to the power third, that's the opposite of cubing, so it's like the cube root of a, and similarly the fourth root of a, okay, can be written as a to the power quarter. Alright, so that's something you just need to remember there. So with this one now, number 1, it says evaluate 16 to the power half. So you just need to recognize the 16 to the power half is the same as square root of 16, which is 4. The next one says evaluate 81 to the power half, which is square root of 81, which is 9. Then it says hence evaluate 81 to the power minus a half. Well, of course, we've just seen in the video when you've got a minus, you just write it the reciprocal, so 1 over 81 to the power half. And of course then you realise then power half is the square root. So then you get your answer as 1/9. Cube root here, yeah, 8 to the power third is the cube root of 8, which is 2, because 2 times 2 times 2 is 8. So 2 cubed is 8. Cube root then of 8 is 2. Right, and that's what they ask for here, the cube root. Hence then this, so 8 to the minus third, well, obviously write the reciprocal of it, and then that will be the cube root of 8, which is a half. Question 5 then, 27 to the power third, cube root of 27, which is 3, and then 27 to the minus third is 1 over that reciprocal. So that'll be cube root of 27 on the bottom, so that'll be 1/3. Now you've got the fourth root as well, that can come up in the exam. Okay, so fourth root is what we're asked for there, 16 to the power quarter, and that's just 2, right? Because if you think about it, 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 gives you 16. So if I was to do the opposite, you'd get that. The fourth power of 2 is 16. So the fourth root of 16 is 2. Okay, hence evaluate this. Well, of course, then your answer will be the reciprocal of that. So you get 1 over 2 half. Now it gets a bit more interesting when you've got the power like this, 16 to minus 3 over 2. Okay, it's not 1 over 2 now, it's 3 over 2. You've got to be more careful now this time around. First thing you do is, again, write the reciprocal of it. Okay, like that. So 1 over the positive power then, 16 to the positive 3 over 2. Before now you calculate this, you've got to do a few steps. You can't do it as it is, right, as 3 over 2. You need to get it so it's 1 over, okay, because you need to decide whether it's square root, cube root, and so on. In order to get it 1 over, in order to get the power as 1 over, what you do is, that 3, you sort of ignore for the minute, and just change it to 1, instead of 1/2. But what you do with the 3 is you take it outside of the bracket. Okay, so you create a bracket and you put it outside there. So ultimately now, if I times these together, I get back to this 3 over 2. So I haven't done anything wrong, but we need to get that 3 out. Okay, so you end up with 1 on the top. What's good then about that is, inside that bracket you've got 16 to the power half, which is the square root of 16. So that will be 4, okay, in that bracket. Square root of 16 is 4. And then, of course, you deal with the 3. And that 3 just means to cube. So 4 cubed is 4 times 4 times 4, which is 64. And there's your answer. Same here now with this one. 36 to the minus 3 over 2. We'll write that as 1 over 36 to the positive 3 over 2. Then, as I said, you can't deal with the 3 on the top, so take it out. So you get 36 to the power half, cubed up there, and again, inside then, power half is square root. And you just work out that square root first. Square root of 36 is easy, it's just 6, and then cubed. So you're going to do 6 times 6 times 6, so 6 times 6 is 36. Okay, and if you times that by 6, well, 30 times 6 is 180, 6 times 6 is 36, add them together you get 216, so that's my answer there. This one then, 27 to the power minus 2/3, again, write it as reciprocal, make the power positive. The third then, the 2 on the top is no good, you've got to take it out, right? And of course the third then means you've got a cube root. The cube root of 27 is just 3. 3 times 3 times 3 is 27, and then you've got to square it, so that's 9. Question 10 then, 400 to the minus 3 over 2. Well, that would be 1 over 400 to the power 3 over 2. Again then, write it so you've got the power half. Take that 3 outside. In there then, 400 to the power half is square root of 400 cubed. And square root of 400 is 20, because 20 times 20 is 400. And then you've got to cube it. So 20 times 20 times 20, work that out, you get 8,000. Now with number 11 here, okay, you've got a fraction, to the power minus a half. Now, don't forget now, what you do the reciprocal of this is the same as flipping that, so you could just straight away, instead of writing as 1 over, you could just flip it, so 4 over 25 to the power half, and then you just go to square root. Square root at the top, you can split the square roots up, square root at the bottom, square root of 4 is 2, square root of 25 is 5, and you've got your answer.